What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And I'm coming to you live, or sort of live. I always want to say live. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm in a place and it's being recorded, but it's not literally live.
On location?
On location. I like that. We're going to start using that. Good job, man. I like that. That's why we pay you the big bucks of one rodeo burger to film this. There it is. See? Oh, look at that. See, now you guys know. It is a team. He's not totally uncompensated. So thank you, Ryan, for all your help with all these CTC reviews. But meanwhile, here at Burger King, there are two new menu options. Well, one that's like come and gone like a bunch of times. What's that? Did I not call it something right? Okay. No. Okay, we got it. Anyway, so we got two new menu options here at Burger King. One is, one's actually not new. It's the cheesy Tots. So we're talking about the crown style hash browns with little bits of cheese mixed in. Some of you guys may have had these before because they were out for a long time before being discontinued in 2009. And then they came back like in 2016 and got discontinued again. I think it was like November 2016. They came back like 5 or 6 months ago, or like maybe even a little bit more than that. And I don't know if they just never got a national release or if this is just a revamped kind of offering of the Cheesy Tots, but now there's like commercials for them, and they're showing a lot of like 90s and 80s, like, visuals, like the kind of stuff you'd see on, the Consumer Time Capsule YouTube upload commercials that I do every single day. Cheap plug there. I've actually never had them. I tend to go really deep on the burger side of the menu, but pretty light on the side menu. So I'm pretty happy about getting a chance to try it and looking forward to sharing my thoughts about this with you here. I also got and this is the actual name of it, the pie made with Twix. It's not called Twix Pie. It's called the pie made with Twix. It is the new dessert option here at Burger King, and this one truly is new. So it contains left Twix and also right Twix. I was like, did I get a left Twix one? No, I'm just reading the right side of the package. I don't know. But anyway, of course, because this is like a side for the regular meal, I'm going to eat the Cheesy Tots first. Here we go. So you know what? They look like just thicker versions of the crown style hash browns that they have here at breakfast time. These are very hot and fresh. Shout out to the Burger King. If you're watching this and you work at this Burger King, I don't want to say which one it is. Thank you for your hospitality. You guys have been really great. Man, these are hot though. I'm fixing to burn myself, so I'm gonna just tear one of the. Oh, look at that! See, you get some gooey cheese. That's a good first impression. See that heat coming out of here? You can tell that the outside is really crunchy and the inside is just those little tiny bits of like hash brown pieces, like the little tiny pieces of potato. So I'd say it's pretty good. Look at that. That's a pretty good amount of cheese. I've heard some folks that have had this in the past kind of speculate that maybe the cheese to potato ratio wasn't appropriate, but to me this looks pretty good. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I think anybody who watches this channel by now has kind of figured out I really like Burger King a lot. But they make it hard to not totally love it. Like, this stuff is good. The outside is super crispy. It forms a nice contrast to the inside. Inside is like, you can taste like each little individual piece of potato that they stuffed in there, but you also get that nice cheesy balance. I would say it's a step above the traditional BK crowns that you would get at breakfast. It's just really, really good. You want to try one of these? They're really good. So yeah, especially you get a nice fresh one. This is like pretty much perfect. Like, it's not too overwhelmingly greasy either. I've heard that kind of the funny thing is that there's only 310 calories in like 8 of these things, which is really low considering that you would not expect that of something that's like deep fried and filled with cheese and potato. So it's good if you're on a diet. Probably not. But if you think that you are but you really aren't, then it might be a good option for you. Man. You know, these would go really good on a rodeo burger. I think we messed that up. Here we go. Look at that. We didn't plan this, guys. Look at that. I'm throwing one of these in a rodeo burger because everybody knows the best thing at Burger King, even after the cheesy tots, is that rodeo burger. So, that's a bite of the night right there. We didn't pre-plan any of that, I promise you. And sometimes I say that and you know I'm joking, but some I'm being serious. Man, that was good. Dang. Man, I love Burger King so much. I'm ready for dessert though. I'm gonna have some pie made with Twix. Why did you guys call it pie made with Twix? Like, is Twix Pie taken or something? I mean, that's such a terrible, terrible name. Pie made with Twix. Here, what do you want me to do with it? Here, you do it. Is that too close? That good? All right.
There we go.
So I'm going to peel this thing open on the left Twix side, which is the right side. Stage left. Stage left Twix. All right, so I'm trying to tear this thing open. It's got that kind of like wet cardboard kind of cling to it, so. Oh, okay. I didn't even really research this thing. I just knew it was coming, so my first impressions are the same as yours. Well, you might actually know more about it than I did until right this moment. It has got, look at this. So you've got a nice caramel base with the crust there. So right on top of the crust, you get some Twix-like caramel. Then you get, looks like some like vanilla pie. Is vanilla pie a thing? And some little Twix pieces in that. And then just some regular traditional chocolate pie that you would get here at Burger King, which is still on the menu. On top, of course, no surprise there, tons of little bits of Twix. And I'll tell you, that's a good looking pie. I know I probably should be eating this with a fork, but I didn't bring one, so cheers. Man, oh man, that is sweet. I may or may not have just had a Krispy Kreme donut. And it's hitting me as a little bit too much right now. That caramel is the Twix caramel. Like, Twix caramel is different than other caramel, for sure. Like, you could pluck that caramel out of a lineup, and I tell you, that's Twix caramel. And that's really what helps make this a Twix pie, because on top, you're not getting that big crunch that you do in a regular Twix bar. You're getting like, it's more like a soggy cookie bar on top, you know? Not like that really crunchy Twix taste, but the caramel like just reminds you like, okay, this is definitely a Twix pie. I'm gonna grab one more bite. And that's what it looks like there. So the crust is just regular graham cracker crust, and the cookie bits almost taste like kind of graham crackery. Maybe it is graham cracker, I don't know. I assumed it was Twix bits, but inside there are little, you can't really see them in this shot, but there are kind of scattered Twix pieces that are supposed to be in that middle vanilla section there. But the all-star is that caramel. All right, so this one's an easy one. There's only a couple items, and they're both from the same place, so a little less intrigue than normal. But should we do gimmick grade or capsule countdown first? Capsule countdown. All right. So, Capsule Countdown, number 2. You gotta go with the Twix Pie. A little sweet for my taste. I do like that it's called, I called it Twix Pie a couple times. It's called Pie Made with Twix, and that's my favorite part. So, but flavor-wise, a little sweet for my taste. So I'd probably give it like a 4.5. Honestly, it's like a little overwhelmingly sweet. But that Twix caramel does kind of boost it a little. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Solid 5. I mean, look. If you're into like a super sweet pie, like if you're going to get a chocolate pie at Burger King anyway, you should probably just give this a shot. Or if you're like super into Twix caramel, then, why not, right? But number 1 today, it's all about those cheesy tots. I'm glad that they're back. I don't know how long that they'll stay, but the outside and the inside, the contrast there, the flavors are bold, and it's a really good deal. It's like $1.99. You get 8 of them. I mean, that's really solid. So I gotta say, this is that's an 8 out of 10. That's almost as good of a side as you're gonna get in fast food right now. So really impressed with the cheesy tots. Really glad that I gave it a shot. It does get the number 1 position out of 2 today at Burger King. But we got to go now to the gimmick grade because that's what we do best here. So I'm going to just go ahead and keep talking about those cheesy tots. The cheesy tots have been done and then done again, and I don't know, I might be missing a couple times in there too. But, it is a little bit interesting, and it was probably a lot more interesting back before fast food places were really experimenting with stuff like this as much as they are now. I would give the gimmick probably a 6 out of 10. It's not too bad. It was interesting enough, certainly for me to feel that I needed to drop what I was doing and film a review after seeing a sponsored Twitter post. Imagine Burger King thinking that I was the target audience for a Burger King commercial on Twitter. So I give it a 6 out of 10. Not too bad. Pie Made with Twix, that name is getting you a bonus point for sure. Pie Made with Twix, I love it. I would expect a Pie Made with Twix at Burger King, so it's not super wild. So I would have given it a 5, but I'm going to give it a 6 because of the name. And, hell, Burger King's always trying something different. They're always trying something new. They're always changing their menu, and that is the biggest part of why I love Burger King so much. So you guys really should come here, check it out. The stuff is good. I mean, it's just good. I just got to admit, I'm more of like a main course kind of person, so doing a side and a dessert was cool. It expanded my horizons a little bit, and I gotta say, it really paid dividends with these cheesy tots. So, hey, if you like the kind of stuff that I'm into, that fast food or food and drink culture, follow me at ConsumerTC. That's at Consumer T as in time, C as in capsule, on Twitter and on Instagram. And of course, subscribe on YouTube, right where you're watching me right now. Please, please, please subscribe. I do daily uploads of 80s and 90s commercials, and I talk about Burger King a lot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to be back with another review for you real soon, but in the meantime, we're going to eat these cheesy tots. See you later, guys. Thanks again.